The consent agenda is approved. We are at our special presentation this evening. For many Pontiac residents and employees here at City Hall, it will not be news to you that a very major funding decision has been made by the state of Michigan. Our state representative Brenda Carter is with us this evening. State Senator Jeremy Moss had planned to come, but indicated that he will be coming at a future meeting. So we give the floor now to State Representative Brenda Carter to offer her reflections as we await the signing of the state budget, which she and her legislative colleagues have adopted with historic funding for the city of Pontiac. And you want to make the microphone come alive at the bottom.
Thank you so much, City Council President Mike McGinnis. I'm holding up to see what we need to do. Thank you. This is new. I like this. Good evening, City Council President Pro Tem, City Council, to our Deputy Mayor, to everyone here in the audience. I appreciate this opportunity to reflect on what happened in Lansing. Everyone should know that this has been a historic year for bills and things that concern us. You know, we passed background checks, we passed safe storage laws, we passed prevailing wage. We did a lot of things in Lansing, and that was because we worked together as a team, moving across values that really concerns us, okay? And one of the things that we wanted to make sure of is that when we did the budget this year, and I have to give all respect, all congratulatory comments to the Speaker of the House, Joe Tate, because he was focused in the House of Representatives, and he was going to do everything that was necessary to make sure that every single community in the state of Michigan, whether we were in the Lower Peninsula or the Upper Peninsula, had the funding that they need. When it came to Pontiac, we got calls. My office got flooded with calls, actually, thanks to City Council President Mike McGinnis and the Mayor Tim Grimal. We got flooded with calls because we needed to get the Martin Luther King Bridge fixed. That bridge is instrumental to the, thank you, thank you, I appreciate that. That bridge is instrumental because not only does it connect United Wholesale Mortgage to Woodward Avenue, but it connects the east side of Pontiac to St. Joseph Hospital. So living and being a resident of the city of Pontiac for over 26 years, I knew how important it was to hear the cry of our city council president and our mayor to get that bridge done. But what we don't know, and I'm here to tell this story, is the ultimatum that we were given. We were given a choice. Both Senator Moss and I want to stop and say, this was a collaboration between Congresswoman Haley Stevens, Senator Jeremy Moss, and myself. We all worked on trying to get the bridge fixed, and then the economic development, which will revitalize downtown Pontiac. You need to know that. But we were given a choice in Mackinac, either the bridge or either the downtown development, one or the other. And I weighed it out. And I said, yes, I can see the jobs that we bring here. I can see the support that we can bring to small businesses. I can see the revitalization of Pontiac. I can see that. But that bridge needed to be fixed. Okay? So when it came to me, when I went back to Speaker Joe Tate, and I give him all the credit in the world, Speaker Joe Tate, Representative Ranjit Puri, Representative Will Snyder, and Representative Angela Whitwer. I called their names, and I'm calling them tonight because we were given a choice. And when I went into the Speaker's office to lobby for which one I wanted, I said, I have to have them both. I can't choose between one or the other because each of them are important to my community.
Awesome.
Well, as the budget was being done, I was notified by the names that I called that Pontiac got them both. They got them both. And I am so pleased. And this is what you need to know. Yes, Senator Moss is a champion for Pontiac, and he did work hard for the economic development down in Pontiac. He was given a choice, okay, either or. And Congresswoman Haley Stevens worked hard. She tried to get the money in Congress to fix the bridge. And that money still may be coming. But what Pontiac needs to know, and hear from my voice right now, that the Martin Luther King Bridge came from the House of Representatives. All right. Solely. That means Speaker Joe Tate and his leadership heard the cry of what it meant to this community to have that bridge fixed, and solely appropriated those fundings, that $10 million, from the House of Representatives only. So when the story's being told of how the money got to Pontiac, the $70 million, I'm going to tell you how it's going to be done, and you can fact check this. The Martin Luther King Bridge came from the House of Representatives. Pontiac only has one representative in the House. Figure that out, okay? The $55 million that came to the downtown development was a collaboration between Senator Jeremy Moss and myself. You need to know, Pontiac, that if Jeremy had voted no in the Senate, it was dead. If I had voted no in the House, it was dead. But because Jeremy and I worked together, $55 million is coming to downtown Pontiac. And I think that's worth applause, even if it's just given for Jeremy. So all I'm saying to you, with this budget and this city, that you got representatives up in Lansing, legislators up in Lansing, that care deeply what happens in this community. And there's not one hero in this story. It's three. Congresswoman Haley Stevens, Senator Jeremy Moss, and somebody that lives in Pontiac. That's right. Thank you. So with that, Mr. President, I appreciate this opportunity to set the record straight. And with that, I got to go to Lansing. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any questions or comments from councilmen?
Any questions or comments?
Pro Tem Carrington?
Yes, thank you, President. I'd just like to just give you and Senator Moss a very great thanks for the work that you've done for the city of Pontiac. So we definitely appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Pro Tem Carrington.
Councilman Nicholson.
I want to make sure that the residents also understand the $5 million that's going to help the city be able to settle debts to our debt service with the Phoenix Center settlement agreement. That puts $1 million back in our operating budget every year. The seller financed interest rate, we could have been paying this for years and years and years, but to be able to satisfy that debt, and not have to worry about that debt service, it's a tremendous success for everybody in this region. It's going to really, it's game changing. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Nicholson. And one other thing I want to bring to attention, since we have two former school board members on the council now. The $18 million that's going to wipe out the debt that Pontiac School District owes to the state of Michigan is going to be in a supplemental, hopefully passed this September. So once again, this is your legislators working hard for this city. Just want to let you know that. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Councilman Parker?
Oh, question?
No, I don't have, no, ma'am, I don't have a question of you. I just want to say thank you for your hard work and dedication to the city of Pontiac. Is legendary. From the time you spent on the school board to now, all that you've done has been to make Pontiac a more vital city, a more productive city, and a more energized city. And you have been working very diligently and hard to get us the funding to be able to do that. So from the bottom of District 5's heart, we said thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Parker. That means a whole bunch to me, because the people who work together, and I keep on saying, it's not just one person, it's not just me, but each of us who work very hard to make this day possible for the residents in the future of Pontiac. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And there was something else I said, but I forgot it. So I got to go to work now. Anybody else have anything else to say?
No, don't want to hold you up, but looks like Pro Tem Carrington wants to do a round of applause. Standing ovation.
All right. Thank you.
And the residents of District 7 are going to be over the moon when we share that at our July District 7 meeting. Bless you. Safe travels back to Lansing.
Mr. President?
Yes, Councilwoman James.
Yeah, I just want to say that words cannot express our gratitude for the news that we got when the budget was approved in Lansing. When we think about the transition that's happened in our state government, that we have gone to a strong Democratic House, we received the benefit of our investing in ourselves and then getting out the vote. So we really appreciate, and again, words cannot express how we felt when those numbers came in, because it was proof that our voices are heard. But that voice didn't happen accidentally. It happened because people got out and they voted and they did the right thing, but now we're receiving the benefit of that. But again, Representative Carter, we are so appreciative of the work that you and others in the House and Senate did. And again, words just cannot express our gratitude.
Councilman James, I would have to say, you echoed a point that 2 points I'd like to make real quickly. Number one, it was because of the belief of the people who sent me back to Lansing. So they are the real heroes here, not me. The ones who believed in me that I could get the job done and sent me back there is the ones that should be getting applause tonight. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention the call that I got on the floor when the budget passed. At the exact moment the budget passed, I got a call from County Executive Dave Coulter, and this is his exact words. He said, "You did them both. You got them both." I said, "Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you." So I really appreciate the love and respect that I've received here tonight, and I'm going to keep on fighting as long as I'm in Lansing. Once again, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your time. Safe travels back to Lansing. We are at recognition of elected officials. We had our state representative just address us now. I don't see any other current elected officials wishing to be recognized. So with that, we're at agenda address. I think we've got a few. Pro Tem Carrington?
Yes, thank you, President McGinnis. Dr. Deidre Waterman.
I'm very happy to speak to the same item that our representative did tell us about. That's great for the city of Pontiac, and it shows how elections do have consequences. It's great to have people who are in the legislature or advocates for the city of Pontiac and bringing us that money. Unfortunately, when I was mayor, the state rep was Tim Grimel, and he was under a different kind of administration and wasn't able to bring money. We brought an emergency manager we had to work with, but it shows that elections make consequences, and it's good that we elected Brenda Carter, as well as the others who helped. One of the things that, as I was talking to the representative, she knows I'm on the Black Leadership Advisory Council. There's some other things that will pass in this budget that are coming that will benefit the city as well, including Make It in Michigan, also supporting making more diverse contractors, especially for the money coming for the infrastructure bill and things like that. But one of the things that she wasn't acquainted with and said she didn't know about, because I was asking the question, as this money was explained to us to downtown, our mayor told us, and he's not here, so we'll have to speak to it another time, that $19 million of that $55 million was going to go to a sweetheart deal to the developer who was derelict in the deal he had with us to do the repairs. So we are, that's kind of strange, particularly when you compare the $19 million for that deal versus the only $1 million out of all the ARP money, the $40 million that's going to all the people who wanted home repairs. You saw that the flow out with that. There were so many people scrambling to get the little bit of money. We're trying to talk to the mayor into bringing more money into that because there's so many people who should be eligible for that money. So as you compare $19 million to a developer who has not befriended the city in the right way, only $1 or $2 million to all the residents of the city who should be eligible for ARP money, you do the math. Okay.
Thank you.